presentation, ma'am.
Okay, please.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Welcome and a very good morning to all of my colleagues, coordinators, and respected principal, ma'am. A big thank you to Principal Ma'am for giving me this great opportunity to share my concept, creativity thinking, and psychological educational point, which I gathered in my professional life. Now, I'm sharing a picture. Please diagnose the key point from the depicted picture. Yeah, please, all of you just check the picture. Can you see the screen, teachers?
We can.
Okay. Now, please share your views, all of you. What about the picture?
Family.
Yeah, you can tell, all of you can tell, share your views, what you can see in this picture.
It's a family showing the relation between mother and son, grandfather, grandmother and children, maybe
Yeah,
father and child.
yes, that's correct, ma'am. It's a family picture and they have relation between them. Yeah, next one more picture I'm showing, ma'am. Please tell me the similarities between these two pictures.
This is the different people in a school, just like a family, and the child is having relation with all the people in school, like the teacher, the sweeper, the school bus driver, all of them.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, you are correct, ma'am. Correct. This is about all relationship because we know that a school is our second home. So we have a relation with all to community people, school community people. We have to make a strong bond like our family. Yes. So now we have to think from the educational context. Yes, it's a purely dedicated educational relationship between teacher and the student. In today's professional development learning meeting, I will be discussing on the topic impact of a positive student teacher relationship on students learning. In this context, I would like to present a famous quote by a great teacher with motto, the strength of our student relationships makes the difference in translating our passion for teaching into their passion for learning. A positive student-teacher relationship is essential for quality teaching and student learning. Yeah, now table of content. These topics today I want to discuss with you. What is the actual interpretation of the teacher-student relationship? Strategically, how can we make a positive teacher-student relationship? Positive teacher relationship benefits. How can a student affected by an adverse student-teacher relationship? How to create a positive student-teacher relationship with challenging students? Because we know our students are not same. How a teacher and student relationship can affect the classroom environment, how a student conceives good manners from the school community relationship, how to cope up with the stressors and maintain a positive teacher-student relationship, how to build a positive relation between teacher and student in virtual class. What is the importance of this relationship? Okay, so now my first point is, what is the actual interpretation of the teacher-student relationship? What do you mean this about this relationship? Yes, my opinion is The student-teacher relationship must be like a friendship, where one person tries to understand the problem faced by the other and help him to try to solve them. Teachers can also be like a parent who worries about their children and their studies, sorrows, problems, their loyalty, honesty, behaviors, etc. A teacher who behaves like a parent will provide his or her student with love, attention, and respect, special care to correct their mistakes. Now, second point is strategically, how can we make a positive teacher-student relationship? How can we build a positive relationship with our students? It is a straightforward to build up a perfect teacher and student relationship after knowing each other appropriately. The only thing a student needs to show trust, love, and respect towards the teacher. So I want to discuss some points regarding that, some strategies wish to be addressed. First, when you meet with your students, that time you should say hello and goodbye to every student every day. Make a family feeling with a special care. When you start your class, no, before starting your class, you can ask them, how are you all? How is your family? Did you take today's breakfast or not? What type of meal did you take? So some students will answer, yes, teacher, yes, I took dosa, I took biryani. Many students will give you answer, right? So, but few students will be silent at that situation. Psychologically, teacher will understand that they have some family issues or any other reason. So we have to discuss about that separately. Teacher must care for their feelings and support them whenever the student seems low or sad. Recognize each student name quickly and correctly. The teacher who calls each student by their name has more chances to building positive student-teacher relationships. We know students' name is very important to us. I can say that it's a miracle for the teachers that they can remember all the students' name forever to whom they taught. Right, teachers? You can remember your all students' name, right, teacher? So I want to give an example like that. Suppose if you see your student once you taught in a bus stop, in the shopping mall, or in the school, that time you will be running to the boy or the girl by calling his or her name, right? Even it is after a long time. At that time, the student can feel that happy and the teacher recognized him or her correctly, right? Sometimes we forget our classmates' name, but we never forget our students' name. So this is our relation with our students. Next point, learn some personal stuff about each student. Ask their own stories or experiences. Share your own stories and experiences. It will make the teacher connect with the student on a personal level. Teach with enthusiasm and keep a positive attitude. When a teacher teaches with enthusiasm and passion, it creates a positive environment in the classroom. It also makes the students comfortable around their teacher. Make learning fun. We all know about, we all know and have realized as a kid that it is easy to get distracted in the classroom, especially if it is a boring one. So the classroom session must be interactive and fun so that the students can stay engaged while learning. Have a sense of humor. We all know that humor is the best way to make any bond stronger, including student-teacher relationship. The more students laugh with their teachers. So, teaching process should be in such a way that it will create amusement environment in the classroom. Conduct a discussion about any recent event. The teacher can conduct a debate, a quiz, Any other you can conduct in the classroom where no student can interrupt or disagree with another student while he is talking. Here, the students will learn about the importance of respecting others' opinion, and it will increase their listening and speaking power also. Provide positive comments when needed. Appreciation is one of the primary factors in maintaining a positive teacher relationship. But a teacher must not overdo it, as it can spoil the kids. Appreciating students when required will also encourage them to study well. Treat students with admiration and respect. Students can quickly become irritable and argue with their teachers as they go into the higher classes. But they won't behave in this manner if they are treated with passion, respect, and admiration. Avoid punishing or using ill language. When a student misbehaves with the teacher or fellow students, the teacher should use a timeout method instead of giving them a harsh punishment or threatening language. Next point, teachers teach supportive and cooperative behavior among the students. A classroom can have different kids under the same roof. We know that, right? So some are coming from an economically rich background, some are coming from lower economical background, but it is the teacher's responsibility. This is our responsibility to teach them to accept each other's differences and be supportive. It is also the duty of us to teach them the importance of equality, integrity, and unity. Stay unbiased. Don't make them feel that you are showing favoritism. It may find it easy to like some students, while others can be somewhat challenging. Despite this, the teacher must not play favorites and give each student an equal opportunity to perform different tasks. Create an environment where no one will hesitate to ask you anything. When a student feels unbound to answer any question or ask a question, he becomes more comfortable with his teacher. A teacher must encourage this behavior and appreciate it whenever a student asks for a more detailed explanation of any topic. We notice that sometimes some students not only in the classroom, but they are also coming to the staff room, right, to their teachers to clarify their doubts, to tell some problems, to ask for a reference book or any kind of help. So create an environment and let them come to your world. If you do that, no one will hesitate to ask you anything. Attend students' events and outside activities. We know that co-curricular activity will give energy to boost their passion and creativity to make them happy in various fields. When students organize any event like a science exhibition, club activities events, any other events, no, go there, spend some time with them, appreciate their efforts. Sometime you can go for a field trip, you can play with them outdoor games. So like this way, you can make a good relation with them. Last point is understand student psychology. Yeah, psychology is most important. Our student psychology. We know parents know better psychology of our kids, of their kids. Students also, teachers also should understand student psychology. If we know the student appropriately, that time only we can make a strong bond with the student. So, teacher and student positive relationship plays a vital role in the life of the children when they come to their adolescent period. We know adolescent is a period of stress and strain, and it is the duty of a teacher to provide a stable as well as conducive environment to the children where they can grow to their fullest. As we have seen that adolescent transition period go through a lot of changes in their body, in their mind, in an emotional and social level. So by building a strong positive relationship with the students, teacher can help to clarify their curiosity and process smoothly. And we need to train them that they should learn how to manage or control their emotional balance. We as teacher, we should know which are going through. We just look at their symptoms and we think these are the effects, but we should understand why it is happening, what can be done at these ages. Sometimes you can provide them religious or moral education. We have to know their special interest and emotional needs. We need to empathize with them, what are happening around them. They are not able to cope up with that. So we need to understand their psychology and plan our strategies accordingly. By providing their needs, we can make with them a strong positive relationship. Yeah, my next point is how a positive teacher student relationship benefits. What are the benefits? What are the benefits? Surely, the student teacher relationship can help the teacher in many ways. Having a healthy teacher and a strong relationship can make a students from tension, worries, etc. If students are so close with the teacher, they will indeed discuss their problems with the teacher and the teacher will surely solve them. This way, a student can stay happy and away from tension. It will also motivate him to study well as a teacher will always guide him towards the right path. Here are some points I mentioned. Promotes academic success, develops self-worth in students, creates a thriving environment in the classroom, avoid behavior problems, helps in professional growth. So first point, promotes academic success. A positive relationship between the teacher and the student won't help in academic success alone, right? We know that. But it can encourage the students to be more devotional towards their study and try harder to learn their subjects. If they love you, they will love your subject also, right? Next point, develops self-worth in students. If a teacher appreciates a student on every effort he makes to learn, it will create a sense of self-worth in him. It is essential, especially for students belonging to the economical in low economic status or having difficulties in learning. Creates a thriving environment in the classroom. When there is a positive environment in the school, both the teacher and student thrive. They support each other to grow and develop an upbeat personality. Avoid behavior problems. When a teacher and student show mutual respect towards each other, sorry, it is less likely for any student to cause disturbance during the teaching process. Helps in professional growth. Positive student-teacher relationship will also help teachers to excel in the profession. It will help them in improving their interpersonal and professional skills. We know that we have already noticed that if you have observation period no, by your principal or your senior teachers or coordinators, if they know, they will try to help you. They will try to make your observation period outstanding, right? So it is our benefit, our teachers benefit. uh, Next point is, how can a student affected by an adverse student teacher relationship? Adverse student teacher relationship means the negative. If there is no positive sign of the relationship, as discussed, the teacher plays an essential role in the emotional and mutual mental development of students. A positive relationship will help students perform well in academics and build a bright future. In contrast, unhealthy relations will have a negative effect on the same. It can also hinder the social emotional development of the student. Due to lack of mutual respect, the classroom environment will also become hostile, and teachers may find themselves yelling and losing control over small issues. Students' bullying can become a common occurrence in this damaging environment. 5 points is how to create a positive student-teacher relationship with challenging students. Yeah, we know we have many children in our class, but all are not same. All are not same. So here I wrote 2 points. Develop positive discourse and make an effort to develop and sustain positive relationship with challenging student. Develop positive discourse. Every classroom has that one difficult student who makes the teacher feel exhausted and yelling all the time. But behaving in such a manner is not something that will improve the student and teacher relationship here. The teacher has to be very patient while handling the problematic child. Here's how we will handle a problematic child. Find some time to have a positive discussion with the student when he misbehaves. Appreciate the efforts whenever a problematic student does something right. Being patient with a challenging student who is not responding to any of the teacher's requests may seem impossible initially, but it will improve the student's behavior with the time. Next, make an effort to develop and sustain positive relationships. A problematic student requires a lot of energy from the teacher's side. The teacher can use the 2 into 10 theory to intentional build relationship with challenging students. The 2 into 10 theory was pioneered by Canadian principal Myro Duke, who felt that the teacher could spend 2 minutes, only 2 minutes a day for 10 days, trying to connect with the challenging student. There is a good chance that your student will open up to you before 10 days is over. Even if the student exudes no desire to connect his teacher, that is a tiny portion of class that could yield great outcome in building positive relationship with challenging students to start trusting his teacher. But once he does, he will show less defiant behavior. Next point is how a teacher and student relationship can affect the classroom environment. When a student and teacher relationship is healthy, it reflects a positive environment in the classroom. In contrast, an unhealthy relation makes the classroom environment adverse. A positive environment encourages the student to grow and develop different social plus emotional behaviors. These behaviors are essential because they help children handle life situations more confidently as they grow compared to other kids. These students also learn to support each other despite having differences. An aggressive or challenging child is more likely to be accepted by his peers if he has a positive relationship with the teacher. But the same students will find it difficult to adjust with the fellow students if he has a negative relation with the teacher. A healthy student-teacher relationship can help in developing positive social skills among the students. In simple words, developing even an individual positive relationship can have a beneficial effect on the whole class. How a student concepts good manners from the school community relationship. I include this point here because personally I think these relations are important in our profession because we need a strong bond with our all these community people. So first I wrote principal and coordinator. We know our students are very good observer, critics and commentators. Not only in the classroom or with our students, we have to make a positive relationship, but also we have some other family members outside of the classroom who are equally important in our profession. So we have to make a strong bond with them also. So students can learn something by seeing or observing their teachers. Sometimes we do not notice that outside of the classroom, students are also with us. So we have to maintain a good relationship with other school community people also. Principal and coordinator, senior teachers. A principal could have a positive and significant relationship with the teachers, right? Our principal is always helping us. We are learning from her. So the positive interaction with our principal can improve academic performance and teach teacher self-efficacy, self sorry, self-efficacy and capability. So we should respect our principal, coordinators, and senior teachers by seeing these students also learn how to respect the seniors and obey them, right? Then colleagues, with our colleagues, we know our colleagues are also our good friends also. We are always engaged in our work related activities at the workplace, but they are providing a strong support to each other. We share our experience, we help our problem, they help our problems. So from this relation, students also learn how to work together to help each other. Office staff, we have to make a healthy relationship with office staff also. They are also very important. Librarian, when we go to library, that time students go with us to read the books. We can know about the books from the librarian. So we should keep a good relationship with them also. Peon. Sometimes peons come to our class with circulars or any other reason. We should greet them, show them respect. So from this, students also show respect towards them. Nurse. Nurse is always helping us by treating our students if they get any problem in their body. So we are also, teachers also go to her. So here also we need to keep a healthy relationship with her. Nanny. Nannies are very important role in our profession, right? They keep neat and clean our environment, respect their works. When they clean the classroom or outside, wait for 5 minutes, give importance for their hard work. Sometimes they come to our classroom if any student make the classroom dirty. So that time in front of the students, behave well with the nannies also. So students can learn from there that you are respecting them. Bus driver. We should understand that our students are observing us each and every single time. Sometimes we do not notice that when we come to the school or return to our home, in the bus, our students are also with us. So we should behave nicely with the bus driver also. Be polite on them. Sometimes we shout on them like, why did you come late, like that. So make a polite, make a positive relationship with them also, so that any bad impression can affect our students' mind about the teacher. Parents. Parents, we know that parents play a vital role in a student life. Parental involvement is essential for student development and offer many benefits. It also helps improve a student behavior in the classroom. If you have a good relation with your student parents, it will help students to feel more motivated in their classes. Their self-esteem and attitude in class improve. When there is a good communication between parents and teacher, absenteeism decreases, academic performance increases. When parents have better relationship with teachers, they learn to value the work and the challenges that teachers face, which makes the teachers feel appreciated. This relation also helps the teacher to teach in a more personalized and effective way so that a student can learn actively. Now, how to cope up with stressors and maintain a positive teacher-student relationship. We know that about the stressors, right? Teachers stressors and students stressors. These are related. So first a student's stressors. As a student develop and grow, they may experience different stressors in the process. Students moving to middle section are often found to have low esteem plus declined motivation and academic performance. We know that middle section students are they are very naughty type and they make difference. Uh, they are not interested in the classroom. So, but positive teacher student can offset these behaviors. How? Here are some points. A student builds positive self-esteem and is less likely to become depressed in middle school if his teachers provide ample support and care in the class. A middle section student will take more interest in the classroom and stay motivated if he finds that his teacher respect him plus offering a nurturing environment to grow. Teachers are stressors. Some students can be very different and difficult to handle for a teacher. In this situation, it is easy for an educator to feel exhausted or burn out all the time. A mentally and physically exhausted educator can find it hard to sustain a healthy relationship between teacher and student. The school's adult community can help the overcome this situation by providing mental support and encouragement. The communication and collaboration among the educators and the other school personnel can provide the needed social support to the teacher and renew his or her energy. A teacher who feels positive about his skill and abilities is more likely to create an encouraging classroom environment. Now, how to build a positive teacher-student relationship in the virtual class. We know in this pandemic situation, virtual learning is the only way of education. It is something else rather than face-to-face real teaching. Here, audio-visual learning session is really tough to maintain a healthy educational relationship between teacher and a student. Now, the following points I will explaining about the making of relation in virtual class. I know that some other teachers already explained more about the virtual classes. I want to read out some points. Educational setting place will be arranged properly to avoid the distraction. Host a virtual meeting. Show your face in your educational virtual device. Bring comfort with familiarity. Record videos and audio of your lesson and share with students. Moderate a classroom chat or discussion board. Take your class on a virtual field trip. Collect and share virtual notes of gratitude and appreciation. Offer opportunities for students to share about themselves, check in with students frequently, consistently connect with the students via feedback and interaction, be open and authentic, small group lunch buddies, celebrate the school events, build social and emotional lessons into your weekly schedule, assure students that you are actively teaching them, reach out to parents, make a student reflection journal, make them feel that you are a resource beyond the camera or microphone, embed a small gesture of kindness. Yeah, my last point is what is the importance of positive teacher student relationship? Yes, why this is important in our life, in teacher's life, in a student's life. A healthy relationship between a teacher and his student is one of the most influential factor in a learning environment. This is a key element affecting a student's progress, engagement of school, and academic motivation. A teacher-student relationship from the basis of the social context also. Research has found that there is a link between a student-teacher relationship and student learning outcomes. Students that have positive relationship with their teachers have been found to be highly motivated, focused on their tasks, and have a greater overall learning outcomes. In comparison, a negative teacher-student relationship can spoil the classroom environment and affect the students' development plus academics drastically. Now, I would like to conclude my presentation with a famous quote by our former President APJ Abdul Kalam. Relations are like electric currents. Wrong connections will give you shocks throughout your life, but the right ones will light up your life. Thank you, all of you. Apologize for error and omission. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kakali teacher. That was a really nice presentation.
Thank
And
you.
it kept us all thinking, suppose. Like I was thinking and verifying the relationship between my colleagues, my students, and everyone. And I also thought, oh, who was the teacher I remember and I like from my school days?
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
uh,
So
I,
sometimes we forget our classmates and all that, but we never forget our student, right? And most more senior teachers are there. If you meet with your any student, you can remember his or her name, right?
yes, yes. Okay.
So
Now I just want all the teachers to discuss. Do you have any questions to Kakoli teacher?
No, there's her presentation was very nice.
Yes.
She pointed every point very nicely, which we are doing in the classroom. On if we have some weakness of this, also we can improve our teaching to following this, to follow her this speech. This is a very nice presentation. Thank you, Kakole teacher.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Ma'am, can I ask a question? I didn't mention any question here, means I didn't write, but
Yes.
just I want to ask a question. Suppose you are a student and you have a positive and good relation with your teacher and your best friend. Who can help you when you are in great difficulty? Your teacher or your best friend? Do you understand my question?
Yeah,
Ye-
we understand. Actually, it depends on the situation.
Mm.
If the possible for a teacher, he or she can do. If possible for a friend, he or she can do. Because if a teacher is far from you, for example, your friend is near to you, so your friend can help you. And if your teacher is near to you, friend is far from there, but he has a good mind, good intention to help you, but cannot. This is the depends on the situation. But both have to be good relation with you.
For me, Kakali teacher, I think it depends on the problem also.
Yeah.
Whatever type of problem you have, if you have any problem which is maybe you can't say to your teacher, you can only solve by your friend. Your teacher will not.
All are correct. Because in my opinion, I can say that a teacher can help students better in difficult situation than a best friend. But when and also when a student face some difficulty, a friend can only console him or her, cannot do anything more. But when it is personal something, or that time only our friend, when we tell our friend, that time only our friend help us, right? And if it is in comparison, a teacher will stand along with him and give proper guidance to face any problems. When a student gets advice from the teacher, he or she will automatically get the courage to face the problem, right? So it will also stronger teacher's relationship with the students. That's enough. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all of you listening me.
Thank you very much, Kakoli teacher. Now I have a question to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, including Kakoli teacher, all of you, anyone can answer. Do you remember one teacher who taught you in the school days? Do any one of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, teacher.
One particular teacher?
Yeah. My English
Yes,
teacher,
yes.
ma'am. My English teacher. I can remember her. She was very good. She inspired me also to means for the English subject, and I that time I loved that subject also, and I inspired by seeing or by observing her behaviors, her teaching style, everything, ma'am. So
One more teacher told, I remember. Who was that? Other than
I ma'am.
who?
My history teacher, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria teacher.
I remember my history teacher in grade 5, actually.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
was a very good teacher. She used to see everyone, each and everyone. I was a weak student in my school days. Not a very good student, only average student, but she used to always, and a last bencher also. So she used to always give me guidance, and that time I love to take the history. I love to learn history very much. Before that, I was hated that subject, but after that, her teaching and her way of teaching, and looking to each and every student, she guided everyone. So from that time, I love to study the history.
Okay. Is there any other teacher who remembers one of the teachers especially?
Yeah, I was lucky. I have found two teachers. One in BSc chemistry teachers, Mr. Hazrat Ali Mia. He was very good to us. He always asked, called the boys are father Abba and girls are Amma. All the students is Abba and Amma. And he was a what should I say, as a living computer at that time. All the chemistry books, maybe it's a more than 1,000 pages. He's just memorizing in brain. Just he asked today, we'll start the classes from this chapter, page number this. If you ask any question, he will say, see this page, see this chapter, this line. So that was, and he influenced my life. And then after that masters, I got another teacher, Professor Fazlul Karim Chaudhary. Always he influenced my life. He inspired me. So you can do better then, because you don't know your hidden the merits, so you can do better. Then I started and prepared myself, and I got first class, and among the Bangladeshi the short list I was there. So he influenced me very much, and to build a good relationship, Mr. Hazrat Alimia, I thanks to him. Maybe he is not no more with us, maybe he died, I don't know exactly, but Mr. Fazlul Karim is just retired last year, and I have a good relation still now. Much sometimes I call him, so we have a very good relation with him. Okay. And I'm really grateful to him.
Is there any other person who would like to discuss? Like, do you remember a teacher from your school days? Do any one of you?
Teacher, I would like to talk about my high school English teacher. She's Mrs. Barbara John. She was a librarian as well as an English teacher. Like she used to be very strict during school days, but the advices she gave us is still helpful in our life. Like she never used to compromise any mistakes in language. Even a single mistake, she used to correct it then and there. So I remember her.
Okay. Now, what I have gathered from what you told now, including what Kakoli teacher told, is that we remember teachers, one, because of their knowledge, how well they teach, and through that they inspire us. That is one reason. Another reason is, as Victoria teacher told and Mr. Yusuf Patwari told, how they influence us individually by the individual support they give us. From my own experience, I can say that the students that connect to me, even after 10 or 15 years, are those who are not very bright in learning. They are all students who were average or below average during their school days. See, such students need more teacher support. The good students, unfortunately, most of the teachers focus on students who answer very promptly, students who study well and does all the work as the teacher tell. But it's not those students who require our good relationship, our support. It's always the students who are below average, who are shy, who are introvert, who requires our support. And those children will remember us for a long time. So it's time we all think again about our relationship with our students. And also, as Kakoli teacher told, they observe us not only from the classroom, from outside as well. How we maintain our relationship with our colleagues. That's very important. Because if they find that a teacher teaches well in the class, but she don't get along with others, these students will not trust such teacher. Like Kakoli teacher asked, to whom will they go if they face a issue? Even if a teacher teaches very good in the class, they will not go towards a teacher if there is a problem, if that teacher don't have a very good relationship with their colleagues, like the nanny and the other staff working with them. So it's equally important because they learn more by observation than from our words. So it's something which we all have to think about. And thank you very much, Kakoli teacher. You have given food to our thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.